Hello everyone, this video is about the rational root theorem and factorizing completely. For the polynomial p of x with x in descending order from the highest to the lowest power of x, this first coefficient, the coefficient of the highest power of x is called the leading coefficient. The trailing coefficient or constant term is the term with no x. The possible rational roots is plus minus factors of trailing coefficient divided by factors of leading coefficient. So trailing divided by leading. Let's just try this. Now, if we have this question, to find the possible rational roots, we try factors of 3 divided by factors of 1. Factors of 3 can only be 1 or 3. Factors of 1 can only be 1. So that means the possible rational roots can only be plus minus 1 divided by 1, which is 1, or 3 divided by 1, which is 3. So it can be plus minus. Let's try minus 1 plus 1 minus 3 plus 3. If we use a calculator, minus 1 plus 3 plus 1, so we get 0, which means minus 1 is a root and x plus 1 is a factor. So we have one factor. Now if we plug in 1, we get 1 plus 3 minus 1 minus 3 also 0. So that means x minus 1 is also a factor. If we plug in this, minus 3 minus 27 plus 27 0 plus 3 minus 3 also 0. So this means minus 3 is a root, x plus 3 is also a factor. Well, we don't even need to try the fourth possibility here because it's a cubic. We can only have 3 factors in maximum. So this is obviously not 0. That's it. We have all the factors. Let's try this question. Factorize completely. We start by finding the possible rational roots. Factors of 2 can be 1 or 2. Factors of 6 can be 1, 2, 3, 6. So this means the possible rational roots can be 1 divided by 1, which is 1, 1 divided by 2, 1 divided by 3, 1 divided by 6. Now 2 divided by 1, 2 divided by 2 is 1, no need to write it down twice. 2 divided by 3, 2 divided by 6 is 1 over 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 possible rational roots. Let's try minus 1. So if we plug in minus 1, we get minus 6 plus 7 plus 1 minus 2. 8 minus 8, 0. So turns out minus 1 is a factor, or x plus 1 is a root. So actually we have minus 1 is a root, x plus 1 is a factor, so we have one factor here. Now if we want to keep trying, it's a bit long because we have to try 11 possibilities. The factor can be the 11th one if you want to try one by one. So let's just use polynomial long division and then factorize the quadratic. So plus 7x squared minus x minus 2 divided by x plus 1. We have 6x squared, 6x cubed plus 6x squared. Subtract, we get x squared minus x. So plus x squared plus x. Subtract, we get minus 2x minus 2, which means we have this quotient. Of course, the remainder is 0 here, no need to continue. So since we have the quadratic, now we can just use the quadratic formula or factorize. So this is equal to, if we factorize, minus 12 plus 1 plus 4 minus 1, 3x plus 2, 2x minus 1, 6x squared minus 3 plus 4 minus 2. So that's it. In conclusion, the factorized form is x plus 1 times 3x plus 2 times 2x minus 1. Right, next example. Again, we try the possible roots factors of 1 over factors of 1. So it's only plus minus 1. We have only two possible rational roots. If we plug in minus 1, we get minus 1 plus 2 plus 2 minus 1. It is not 0. Let's try plus 1. If we try plus 1, we get 1 plus 2 minus 2 minus 1, 0. So since this is 0, this means 1 is a root and x minus 1 is a factor. Now let's do polynomial long division. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 2x minus 1 divided by x minus 1. We have x squared. Here we have x cubed minus x squared. Subtract, we get 3x squared minus 2x. We have plus 3x squared minus 3x. Subtract, we get x minus 1, so plus 1 then. Yeah, of course, if we continue, this is x minus 1, subtract 0. So now that we have the quadratics, which is not factorizable, we can use the quadratic formula. So from here, using the quadratic formula, the x can be minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a, which means it's minus 3 plus minus 9 minus 4 is 5, root 5 all over 2. Right, so we have the roots and find all roots. Okay, we're looking for the roots, so the answer is therefore the rational root is plus 1 and the irrational roots minus 3 plus root 5 over 2 minus 3 minus root 5 over 2. And that's it. I'll see you again next time.